the humble nativity. The ancient prophecies foretold a humble birth in the city of David. Joseph and Mary traveled the long, dusty road toward Bethlehem. The decree required every soul to be registered for the census. But Bethlehem was overflowing with people fulfilling the registration. They sought shelter, but every door was closed to them. The owner could offer no comfort for the mother-to-be. There is truly no room left in the entire establishment. As Mary leaned heavily on Joseph, her weariness palpable. A final, desperate request was made for any available space. The innkeeper conceded, pointing toward the rear of the property. He offered a stable, filled with straw and the smell of livestock. As Mary dismounted slowly, accepting the makeshift refuge. As Joseph quickly prepared the humblest of birthing places. The world waited outside, unaware of the miracle beginning within. In the stillness of the night, the moment arrived. A cry echoed, a sound of new life, as Joseph approached with reverence and protection. The infant lay in the manger, fulfilling the divine promise. Humility defined this sacred beginning in the darkness. The first breath of hope entered the world. Far from the town, simple men watched their flocks by night. Suddenly, the darkness was pierced by overwhelming light. The glory of the Lord shone all around them. Fear gripped their hearts as the heavenly host announced the news. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy. A Savior, Christ the Lord, is born this day in Bethlehem. Then, as quickly as they came, the vision vanished. One shepherd whispered, "Did you truly see what we all saw? We must go immediately and see this thing that has happened." Leaving their flocks, the men hastened towards the town lights. They moved with faith toward the place where the infant king lay. They questioned the townsfolk, asking where the promised child could be found. One man finally recalled seeing a tired couple turned away earlier. They approached the innkeeper, who was locking up for the night. The innkeeper, recognizing their earnestness, reluctantly remembered the couple. He directed them to the very back, to the humble stable area. Guided by the faint light, they found the humble entrance. They knelt before the scene of incredible humility and love. As Joseph stood guard, watching the sudden influx of visitors. As Mary allowed them to see the promised child, a miracle of faith. They shared what the angels had told them about the child's destiny. The fulfillment of divine promise began in the simplest of places. No royal cradle, only rough straw for the King of Kings. The powerful glory of the announcement confined to these humble witnesses. At Joseph and at Mary, though weary, possessed an unwavering faith. The census filled the inns, but heaven claimed the stable. Divine promise manifested not in power, but in vulnerability. The peace of this moment transcended all worldly concerns. Their time for quiet adoration was done. The news must spread. They returned to the fields, glorifying and praising God for all they had seen. The hope of the world was now carried in the heart of a humble child. Their testimony would ignite faith across the quiet landscape. As the town awoke, the stable settled back into quiet solitude. As Mary held her child close, the wonder of the visit still fresh. They remembered the words of the angels and the awe of the shepherds. The world outside had found no room, but heaven had made space here. The morning brought strange reports to the weary innkeeper. He recalled the exhausted woman and the insistent man. He dismissed the strange tales, yet something felt profoundly different this morning. The census continued, burying the true significance of the night. Faith does not demand comfort, it embraces the moment. Divine purpose often begins where human planning ends. The quiet miracle overshadowed the bustling census outside. The greatest joy found in the lowest place. In Bethlehem, the promise was finally realized. The message delivered by the angels echoed in the hearts of men, a testament to faith that began in the darkness of the night. The shepherds kept the secret close, treasuring the revelation. Hope had indeed come to the world, quietly, humbly, in a stable. Faith, humility, and the power of a divine promise fulfilled. Even in the darkest shelter, light can be born. The humble beginning that changed history forever.